Alright, so picking up right where we left off, I'm just going to explain a few more things that you can use or you can do when you use this Explain Everything tool. So I showed you before previously, let me pull my stylus back up. So let's try to show you down here. This is where you are creating your sites. So if you click this arrow button, it does give you an option to look at any of the slides that you want to. I am going to show you how to record, but right here, as you can see next to that red dot in the bottom of our slides, it does show you how long you've recorded on each slide. So the cool thing about this tool is it is giving you the option to record in your slideshow where you can control the recording all in one place instead of having to use like the Screencast-O-Matic over the top of the presentation, so on and so forth. We are going to start on this slide. Biggest thing that we can see down here is right here. Hold on, let me pull my stylus back up. Right here, this is where you're going to be doing your recording. This red dot is what starts the recording. The arrows on the other side will allow it to move. The play button allows you to play, so you can pause and play depending on if you're going to add things in while you're playing it. Or if you want to take a quick pause, insert everything that you need, hit start again, and then maybe just highlight over the top of it. It does give that option. You can have a little bit more options over here. You can mix, overwrite, mute, or play full screen. Easiest thing to do there, this will show the audio scrubbing wherever you're at, whatever recording that you're doing. So if I was to demonstrate that, I'm going to go ahead and start my recording. As you can see right down here at the bottom, it is showing that it's recording right there, and say that I wanted to talk about this picture. Maybe I wanted to add in some text, or maybe I want to draw attention to something. So I'm going to go ahead and change my text color. I want it to be bright red, and I want it to be pretty thick. So maybe say we were talking about some fly line. So I'm going to look and say, look, right here we can look and we can see is fly line, so on and so forth. It is still recording, so it did record all of that drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and say maybe I want to pause. Maybe I want to insert a document. So I'm going to come over here, insert a PDF into my document over here. On next to my picture. So I'm going to go ahead and resize that, make that a little bit smaller. Say that I wanted to restart my recording. I can come over here and highlight. It's okay, this third line is the most important line that you need to pay attention to, and then discuss that, and I can build that interactive PowerPoint or presentation based off of this website. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, pause the recording. If I open it up, I can see the, it shows you what tool you're using. So as I watch it, obviously I'm not hearing the audio, but I can see where that is playing. Or if I wanted to, I could come back here and hit the play button, and you can hear me. It's okay, this third line is the most important line that you need to pay attention to. And then anyways, that gives you an example of what you're looking for. You can mute whatever's happening, so it just shows what's going on the screen, but remember to unmute it if you want to go ahead and do something. So say that I am ready to go ahead and export or save my project. So if you draw your attention down over here into this corner, we've got three little buttons. This home button, or this button right here that looks like a home, that is going to allow us to go back to that home page, but that's not exactly what we want. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this middle button right here, is going to allow us to save our project. So I'm going to click on that, say I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it Sample Project, and then this allows you, it just saves in your home page. So you can always come back and look at it, or do anything else with it that you want to, or if you say, you know what, I'm done, my project is good, I'm ready to share it or export it, this button over here on this far side is going to give you the export option. So you can just export it onto the Explain Everything drive. It does give you some storage there. The other really cool option is you can bring it down as a video, and in that video you can save it to your local storage, which will let you choose where you want to save on your laptop. Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive, YouTube are some of the more popular options that are there. You can export it as a PDF, which means that you lose your video and sound recording. You basically just get a PDF version of the document. but you can do it as an image or as a project. One we're going to focus on is going to be a video. So I'm going to go ahead and save it to my local storage just because that gives me a copy of it, versus if I do it directly up to YouTube, then that just goes straight to YouTube. So I suggest downloading it and then uploading it into YouTube, but you can do whatever you want. So that basically is how to use Explain Everything. Like I said, this tool is pretty user-friendly. Allows you to create those interactive presentations, because we all know how boring PowerPoints can get if they're just a PowerPoint. So that is how to use the Explain Anything app.